what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Welcome to our website. We've got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
The moon, the stars, the sky. Come on closer, baby, let the lights go out. Yeah, we fall and then we rise. No more alibis, I wanna hide now. Yeah, fall into the fire, baby, we could ride the night. Yeah, I'ma show you. Oh, we could shine the light. Hey, lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay. It's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Walk a straight line, how many fingers? An ecstasy, fragrance lingers. Yeah, and those endless conversations, and you feel it floating now. I finally got you, and I'll follow you into the fire. Baby, we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you. Oh, we could shine the light, yeah. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay. It's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Hold me up, cause you never wanna drop me, not me. Got the key, dancing to unlock me. Side to side, know their fingers don't faze me. Crazy to say, but nothing gonna stop me. You're talking to get you. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. You should say what you say. Oh, come on, get it longer. Oh, come on, get it longer. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Show you, let me show you pure love, pure love.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome. What is it? Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
To Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you too.
How you
Crew's
doing?
working really hard, getting their things
They're
done.
Like, they're like everywhere.
They're very busy.
Like
We've got
ants.
people everywhere. We've got shows back to back to back. Riley did a show. No, RK did a show. Dan did a show. Who else did a show? We did 3, didn't we?
Vinny.
And Vinny. 3 shows back to back to back.
I don't know how he got a. You were supposed to do
How'd
one
you get
today.
out of
How'd
it?
you get out of
He
it?
was late.
I'm not going to get out of it for much longer.
That's
It's
true.
like midterm finals. You put your head down, no one's going to see you, but Freddie always seems to find you.
No, but it's good for them. They do good. Good stuff.
Happy Wednesday. They did a lot of things. You had your boys. We're still talking about the pink cake from this morning.
We're still talking about that?
Apparently, I went to Publix today, and all the girls at checkout, Publix employs special needs. They're very good in supporting the community, and of course, all the ladies there were liked my pink dress. And all I could think about was our morning show of the pink cake, and I'm like, I may never wear this dress again. Is all I can tell you.
That was amazing. How long did it take you to get out from your little circle?
Quite a long time, because then we had to hear their favorite color was pink, and then their favorite color was purple, and then I thought, oh, this is going to be a long trip out of Publix, but we all got here.
I tell you, that conversation this morning went a long way.
So happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday. And it's funny because I swear to God that, didn't we just see this guy?
Wayne? Yeah, it feels like it was about, I don't know, 12 hours ago or
Not
so.
even.
We've got Wayne Henry with Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida, joining us to talk about a great event he's got tomorrow and Friday at Benihana in West Boca. And we've got our longtime friend, Carrie Morrison, with us of Live Like Jake. And Carrie hasn't been with us, gosh, since we were at that hotel and they had the watermelon stand 2 years ago.
Really?
2019, we were at the
Oh,
hotel.
you're right. Yes.
It's been a long time. I mean, last year we talked about summer briefly, only because it got hot. But now kids are going back to camp, and it's time really to get back into the summer groove and keep your kids safe and your grandchildren safe around pool safety and water safety. And they've got some big announcements going on.
Excellent.
So a lot of good things. It's so great to have you back with us.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to our new studio.
It's beautiful.
I guess it's not so new anymore. You just haven't been here with us, so welcome.
Thank you.
It's so interesting. I start reaching back to people we haven't seen in a long time now that we're able to open up again to capacity. And I realized so many friends had not been here. So I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Well, a very interesting story with Live Like Jake. I was telling it yesterday to somebody. We were at a shoot in Boynton Beach, gosh, over 2 years ago, maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. And after the shoot, it was this energy healing place. And I leave the shoot, and everyone else had left. It was me and Freddie leaving, and I said to him, I got to go. He said, me, you got to go. I said, I just got to walk out. I just got to leave. I got to go get something to eat. I don't know. I feel funky. I felt sideways. I thought it was all the energy. And I started wandering through the parking lot of this location, which is very bizarre. And I walk into a pizza place. Again, nothing normal of my behaviors. And there is a flyer in this pizza place, which I don't even think I got food from Live Like Jake. So there was the calling that I had to meet you and hear your story. And for whatever reason, I do what I do. And here you are again. And your foundation is so important for so many reasons. And I tell you, every day, Jake sits with us. And he's in my little special box. And he is always a blessing. So welcome to our new studio. Tell us about what's going on with you and Live Like Jake. You got some big announcements.
Yes. So last year, actually, 3 weeks before the pandemic hit, we signed a lease, a long-term lease for a warehouse to build an above-ground swimming pool. So ISR lessons can take place year-round. And then obviously COVID hit. So we didn't know if we were going to be able to do it or not, but we pushed through. And by November, we opened our doors right at the right time, and right when the weather turned south and the instructors would have been done for the season. And they were able to just move all their clients right over to our pool. And we've been going since, and now have about 60 children a day coming through there learning how to self-rescue.
You built the pool?
Well, it's an above-ground pool in a warehouse. Yes,
So
a freestanding building.
you did everything.
Yeah. We had to remodel the building a little bit to get it up to code, and we've got the pool and all the equipment, and we can have 2 instructors and 2 children in the pool at one time.
60 kids a day. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? A lot of crying children.
There's not even enough hours to.
Well, the lessons are only 10 minutes, so there's 12 kids an hour basically that we can have in the facility. So it is a revolving door.
That's amazing. You were telling one of our producers that the program is a 6-week program.
Mm-hmm.
It's every day for 10 minutes.
Correct. 5 days a week. It's on average 6 weeks. It can be 4 weeks, could be a little bit longer, really depends on the age of the child and whether they've been in a flotation device, their entire life. That can take things a little slower. But yeah, there's a lot of science that goes behind it. The program's been around for about 55 years, I believe. And, it's both my daughters went through it. And by the age of 2, they were swimming to the bottom of the pool, doing somersaults, swimming, laps, basically. So it's the program that I trust the most. And to date, we've provided almost 2,700 scholarships for these lessons in 38 states.
Oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
amazing. How long has Live Like Jake been a foundation?
About 7 years, but about 6.5 since we've been doing scholarships. So
2,700 scholarships.
keeps
That's
me very
incredible.
busy.
That's remarkable what you guys are doing.
thank
And your
you.
scholarships are for whom?
They're for families that can't afford the lessons. They are private swim instruction. They are expensive, and not everyone can afford them. We also offer full and automatic scholarships to any families that have been affected by a drowning as well.
And we're talking about summer and why summer safety is so important. So let's give some top tips as far as your kids around. In Florida, there's always water.
Yes.
Even a little bit of water, there's always water.
Well, I want to mention that we're only in May, technically not even in the summer months, and Florida has already lost 36 children.
Wow.
Wow.
36 this year. It's higher than any other year that I've seen because I track the data. So we are not on a good track right
Why
now.
do you think that is? Because everyone's just either home more or needing to get out more? Or?
Yeah, a lot of people, because the pandemic, actually last year during the pandemic, the numbers weren't as high as I thought they would be, but it's just a lot of them too, it's people visiting here. I see a lot up in the Orlando area, Airbnbs, they're at hotels. They come from areas that maybe they don't have access to swim lessons or they don't have access to water as much, so they don't see the importance of it, and then they come here. And even though we live in Florida, my son drowned when we were on vacation, just in another part of Florida. You tend to let your guard down, and as your producer was saying, they have a young child moving in. They have no pool fence. The child's never really been in the water before, and it takes as little as 21 seconds for a child to drown. Anyone can lose sight of their child for 21 seconds. It's physically impossible, I say this all the time, to watch your child 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have to shower, we have to eat, we have to, take phone calls. There's other children that are involved. And so, as you mentioned, summer safety, what we're always preaching about is the layers of protection. So if all the layers of protection are in place, drowning is preventable. That's adult supervision. There's usually a lapse in supervision, not necessarily a lack of supervision. All doors and windows should be locked and alarmed at all times. Pool fences, I cannot say this enough. If you have a young child, grandchildren, young children that live in your neighborhood, please put the pool fence up. It's the only physical barrier that will keep the child from going into the water. The other would be quality self-rescue swim lessons. The program we believe in, as I mentioned, is ISR. If you go to infantswim.com, you can find out if there's an instructor in your area. And then finally, CPR, because you never know if your child does fall in the water when you're going to need it. It's super important to learn CPR.
Well, pool fences can be put in post-construction. So if you're in a home or you're moving here from another state, which a lot of people are, if there's not a pool fence, you can still install a pool fence.
Yes, absolutely. I did a campaign recently because I've had people message me and say, can you please convince my husband to put up a fence? He thinks they're ugly, or my wife or my friend. And so we did a campaign, and it actually showed a picture of a pool fence and said, some people think I'm ugly. And then it actually showed a picture of a child's coffin and said, but I'm much uglier. And it was a tough campaign, a tough choice for me to share it, but it's the truth. And so when someone comes to me like that, I feel like I got to give them the truth, because that's my reality. I saw my son in a little white coffin, and it was something that was completely preventable. And as a parent, knowing I could have saved his life, it still eats me up. We're almost 8 years later, which is why, sometimes I'm a little frank with these parents. Don't let vanity get in the way of your child's safety.
It's true. Nothing is as important as a child's life.
It's true.
Nothing that you can do. And you've got grandchildren. I don't know if you have a pool fence or not, but
I think they I don't know who they're working with, but they're teaching the kids
swim.
to swim. I saw Rowan the other day, and it's. I mean, we have a pool, and when they come over, we lock the doors, and everybody's no. All it takes is
21 seconds.
turn your head, and the kid is in the pool. You don't know.
Yep.
So it's tough. You have to be more aware, more conscious of what's around you, what's going on. But you know, unfortunately, I think you're going to see the numbers rise because, as you were saying, people coming from up north and they come down here. When I came down here, I saw a pool, and they told me the holes were for the mesh. I said, really? I had never seen that. Up north, I think I had a solar panel on my pool. But down here, they're so used to just jumping in the water that.
It's completely preventable. That's,
Yeah, and they
you
have to
know.
be made aware of that, yes.
And another thing is too that I'd like to mention is the puddle jumpers, life jackets. All of those things are not meant for your child to actually swim in. When you see a puddle jumper and it says Coast Guard approved, people think that means it's okay to let your child swim in it. It actually puts them in the drowning position. It also teaches them that the water's fun, and every time I jump in, this thing's going to keep me afloat. But what happens when they go in without it? And I would say probably 70 to 80% of the families that I have become friends with or, you know, help counsel after a drowning, their child relied on a flotation device in the water. They just don't understand that they cannot do what they do in the water without it. And again, as I mentioned, 30 seconds. I've heard a bee swarm, came in and the mother was distracted with the other kid and the other child went in, or putting sunscreen on a sibling, or going to the bathroom and the kid coming back. There's just, and parents that were literally right there when their child drowned.
Yeah.
It's just, so don't do the puddle jumpers, please.
And the
Yeah.
floaties, and I remember when I worked in pediatrics, we'd always tell the parents, don't put the arm floaties on, that because, same thing you said, because it gives them a false sense, it gives everyone a false sense of security, and it does
Correct.
not ever substitute for swimming. So don't take it from me, I'm no expert, take it from Carrie, as those are definitely not the way to teach your kids to swim.
I was just at a pool yesterday, and there was a little 3-year-old running around, going down the water slide, doing everything, and her parents couldn't even see her half the time because they were like, oh, she's got that on. Well, those things can come off. Somebody can unbuckle it. The little girl can take it off. So I think some parents use it as a babysitter, not all, but some do, and they get a little complacent, and that's when, an accident can happen. So you're better off just being in the water with them, being within arm's reach, and enrolling them in self-rescue swim lessons.
They work with all ages, because then I saw recently the siblings, they were 8 and 10 years old, I think, that just passed away in North Palm Beach.
That was tragic. I don't want to get into too many details about that, but that really wasn't a true drowning. Those children did know how to swim. That was a diving accident in a pool.
I saw that, and that just, you think, wow.
But, children that age drown all the time. It's not uncommon for them to not know how to swim. Infant swim resource, if you go to their website, it's going to tell you 6 months to 6 years old. But almost all the instructors I know teach older children, and we will scholarship any age child.
So how do people apply for the scholarship or get even involved with you?
Right on our website, livelikejake.com, there's a couple tabs you'll see for scholarship. You can see the information on our pool. We have 5 instructors teaching right now, literally from 8:30 in the morning till 7 p.m.
Wow.
Their names and numbers and times are there, and the pool is in Palm Beach Gardens.
And you said there's one here in East Boca, actually, also, that works
Correct.
with ISR.
Specialized swim. It's 4 ISR instructors that have their own pool right here in East Boca. But if you go to infantswim.com, the minute you put in your zip code, you'll see the instructors in the area.
As things open up, and it's great that Florida is back to doing what Florida's doing, all the states are opening up, but it also means we got kids here, people are traveling, they're visiting grandparents, there's community swimming pools. Please, please, please. This is not because, like I always say, no, we have nothing better to say. This is so important. There's nothing more important than your child or your grandchildren's life. And to keep an eye. We were at an event last week. It was near water, and there was a little boy running through the parking lot.
Everywhere. They were running everywhere, yeah.
A little 2-year-old in a Spider-Man costume. And then there was a little sister was watching him. She's all of 7 with another 7-year-old. And you never want to step in because they're not your kids. You don't want people to think, oh, but. And I finally walked over and I said, I don't know who this little boy belongs to, but he's running up and down the alleys of a street at night. So maybe you guys should know. And you never know what someone's thinking of you at that point, but heaven forbid, I always think you when I say that. Something happened to this little boy, and I hadn't said something for the parents to go find them. On the streets, walking across the street, just be a little more vigilant and watch your kids. You and I are at that grandparent stage now, so we're even crazier.
Well, we also know what could happen.
Yeah.
Everybody's having fun. It changes the game and everything else. So, but I told my son, I says, now you have a different challenge. But they took him straight to
You got
Lawrence.
1, 2, and 3-year-old now.
I don't know if Joey has been around a pool, but I don't know if he swims. I know that his in-laws.
But it's so important. So
Joe's in-laws.
contact
I
Carrie.
didn't have a pool and didn't live on the water, and we lost Jake. So that's the other thing that I hear. Well, I don't have a pool. Well,
That's
neither did
true.
I. You know, there's water everywhere, especially here in Florida. You know, and drowning is the leading cause of accidental death in children ages 1 to 4. You know, so we got to take the same look at it with the car seats. You know, we want to get the top of the line, spend the most money. We make sure they've got all the right, you know, straps here and there, or when they're riding a bike, we have the helmets. All of that's great. Just needs to be the same focus on water safety because it is the number one cause. Your child's more likely to drown than die in a car accident. So we just need to just educate. And, you know, thank you for having me on the show to continue to educate parents, because that's really what it's about is just getting the word out there and, you know, just always talking about it. Doesn't, you know, like just for you doing that with that child could have saved, you know, his life.
Yeah.
You know, I think you should never have regrets, and I'm glad Wayne's here. It's weird that you're here on a Wednesday, Wayne, but it's perfectly in synergy that you're here on a Wednesday. You should never have regrets. You should put plans in place that you need to, and you know, no one should ever have to bury a child. It's something that you went through, Carrie, and condolences don't even express how we feel. But here you are to tell the story because you've lived it. And it's not just you're telling the story, you know it, your family experienced it, and you have many other families whose lives have been touched by it. And if they haven't had to go the dignity route and bury the child, you've had people that have been catastrophically injured. I remember we met were they twins, I think?
Yes, Jackson and Layton.
And they were just on, one of them I remember was on life support.
And he passed away that summer the last time I've seen you. So, and I also want to point out that, you know, we spoke earlier that we had our funeral for Jake with dignity. He's buried in one of their cemeteries, and they were absolutely wonderful to us and very generous, you know, for a family that lost a child.
The things that you would never ever think of being prepared for would be for your child. We're going to take a commercial break. Contact Carrie. She's going to stay with us for a little bit. livelikejake.com, 561-441-7611. Get your kids enrolled in swim lessons. Get your grandkids enrolled in swim lessons. Get your friends' kids enrolled in swim lessons, and layers and layers and layers of protection. It just takes 21 seconds, which is the blink of an eye. So keep an eye on those babies, hug them tight. We come back, we've got Wayne Henry with Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. He's got 2 big events coming up tomorrow and Friday. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Café Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Café Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or 2. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Café coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends. to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you could put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Café. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Wendy's on the board.
And we're back. Vincenzo.
We
Mr.
are back.
Comedian.
Vinny's on the board. We are back on a wonderful, it's a wet Wednesday outside. The rain is coming in. You know it's summer.
It's raining?
It was awfully dark when I drove up from Publix. I don't know.
Wow.
See what happens with that.
Did you see that we have a disturbance out in the Caribbean?
Yes, it's not even June. It's the middle of May and things are just crazy around here is all I can tell you. But we've got Wayne with us from Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. Changed his day up a little bit on a Wednesday. But as we always say, God always has a reason. And here you sit to meet Carrie on a Wednesday. So.
And a Tuesday.
And Tuesday you're with us, and Teddy did a great show with you. Yes, you got a great radio voice, by the way, Wayne.
Oh, thank you. So, it's news to me.
Interesting because normally those are directional mics at the station, and you had it on the side. You were talking to Teddy, and I said to Freddie, he's not even on mic, but your voice just carried. He said, it's okay. It's all, even Teddy said, your voice carried. It was all good.
It's his opera voice.
Glad to hear it. All right.
So thanks for joining us again.
Well, just delighted to meet Carrie. My heart goes out to you. It's,
Thank you.
Personally, I'd love to do anything to try and prevent, any death, especially a child. And I'm not a parent, so I can't even fully empathize. But, and I'm pleased that Dignity's been a sponsor for your different events and things.
Yes.
And I'm glad that, we've took care of you personally and things like that. So, obviously, it's something that everyone, should try to avoid if at all possible, and you've said it was as avoidable. So just a note to parents, please do what you can to make sure your children are capable to save their own lives.
Self-rescue.
Self-rescue, if that's the case. We certainly don't wish that on any parent to have to bury their own child. It's just something tragic. I was happy, when I started working for Dignity, one of the things that we do offer is if people have pre-arrangements in place, and heaven forbid they have a child or grandchild that passes away for any reason, 21 or younger, we do provide a free service for that situation. We don't wish that on anybody, and we hope that that's not relevant for anybody, but if that were to happen, I was pleased that at least, we do that for our families. So. Anyway, on that cheery note.
Well, it's like Teddy said last night, well, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. There'll be a lot of good food tomorrow and Friday at Benihana's.
So we're doing a couple of lunch seminars. So we're glad that restrictions are lifting. We have started tentatively doing lunch seminars again a couple of months ago, and they're growing in popularity. And we're pleased to be doing 2 this week, tomorrow and Friday, here in West Boca, at the Benihana there, across the street from one of our funeral homes, Babion Funeral Home. So it's just a seminar to help educate people about what we mean by pre-arrangements, why you should consider doing that. Ideally, decades in advance. There are huge advantages to doing that. Unfortunately, it's something that we all need eventually, hopefully later than sooner. But we're just really desperate to kind of spread the word to people that firstly pre-arrangements are possible, what that involves, and how that can be done with just a very, very little amount to start with. We can lock in prices, spread out payments, and it's future-proof with Dignity Memorial. It's transferable to any of our 2,800 locations throughout our network in the future. So if you did pre-arrange and ended up moving to another state, even Canada or Puerto Rico, later on, your plan that you do years prior can be transferred and honored at any of our other locations. So I hope that those listening would consider coming out and hearing some details about about what Dignity Memorial do. We're very proud about the services that we provide to our families. We are the largest provider in North America for funeral, cemetery, and cremation. So please come out. Please RSVP. You can call the funeral home or me directly. Text us and we'll reserve a seat for you. So we have a few seats available tomorrow and more on Friday. So I hope you can come out. If you haven't been fully vaccinated yet, you're still hesitant about going out, we will be broadcasting online, live broadcasting. So if you do want to get the information, and you can watch that from home. So there's no excuses to get the information. We're eager for you to have it. Alternatively, we're always happy to meet people individually. We are doing home appointments for people who have been vaccinated, or we can wear masks, or you can come into one of our locations, or we can do just a personal online appointment as well.
And if you can't make tomorrow or Friday, we're doing a ladies event here with Dignity Memorial cocktail making class. If you'd like to come on Friday, June 11th, we just put an event on Facebook for it because it's a free event. I want people to realize we do have a certain amount cap that we can have. So it's not, we can just have people walk in and off the street,
Yes,
because we need
must
to prepare and get
RSVP.
everything set. So you must RSVP, but it is free. We even thought of charging you $1 and putting the $1 towards a charity just to get people to commit and pay the $1. But we thought, Wayne won't want us to do that. But we can always change it. Then we thought, we can put it towards a charity, or $5. Maybe we can do that and give the proceeds to you to live like Jake, because there seems to be, when people have a link and they pay, they put it in their calendar a little bit more when they don't. I don't know why. It's maybe everyone's just so busy. But it's a free event, Friday, June 11th, right here in the studio. It's a 6 o'clock event. We'll be making cocktails with Lost Harbor, so some cocktail with vodka making classes. And then the guys are going to be sponsored by Gubba Rum and Dignity in Studio A. So men or women.
Yeah, my colleague Jackie's going to be here for the
Yep.
ladies, and she's going to just have a nice conversation about things, why you should consider doing pre-arrangements, especially if you're a single mom or a mother, the benefits of doing that. Just heaven forbid something happens unexpectedly to someone in your family. But even if not, the
Learn how to make some
advantages
drinks.
of doing that years in advance, you shouldn't pass that up while you're young and healthy. It's the best time to do it, put those things in place, saving years of inflation, and it's future-proof with Dignity. So.
It's funny because I said to someone yesterday, have you put your plans in place? You were there. And she said, we've talked about it, my husband and I, but we can't seem to agree. And that was the thing that I said when I finally did my plans with you, is we couldn't agree. And I thought, why am I waiting for somebody else to give me the approval on what they want to do when I can do with Dignity with what I wanted to do? I love the name Dignity because you put your plans in place with Dignity, and then you do what works for you, and it all seems to work out.
So what I often say to people in that situation is, if you can't decide for yourself, heaven forbid something happens unexpectedly, how do you expect your spouse or another family member to decide that for you? That's why would you put that burden on them? Make a decision, put things in place. Things can be changed later on if you have a change of heart, and sometimes we do that. People put arrangements in place. Here in South Florida, a lot of people, they have their family burial plots up in another state. Some people put those arrangements in place, between the Dignity Network, so everything's there. And then later in life, they think, you know what? No one lives in New York anymore. No one's going to come to the cemetery. Why am I doing that? I want to be buried locally. Or maybe we've changed our mind. We want to do cremation. So we can go back and revisit your plan. We can make changes beforehand and do that and put those things in place as well. So nothing's ever cast in stone until it is. We're here to help. So it's always better to have the information and not need it, immediately, rather than need that information when something happens and not know what to do. So
tomorrow, Thursday and Friday at 11:30, you're going to be at Benihana in West Boca.
11:15 arrival. And we're going to start everything at 11:30 sharp. So we ask you to come at 11:15. And then we're going to have a bit of fun with Benihana chefs.
That's
have
cool.
a bit of nice food. Just general information, things that we think that you should know about Dignity and why you should consider prearranging. And then we offer to meet you later in the week or the next week to meet specifically to go over specific options for you to consider and all the different payment options and things that we can do.
So give Wayne a call, 561-967-6500. You've got a great number.
That's
Whose number is that?
That is the Babillon West.
No, that's Babillon. What's
Babillon
your
West.
phone number?
Mine is 561-654-9000.
654-9000. Whose number is that?
654-9000 is my cell. So you can text me, call me. You can email me, just wayne.henry@dignitymemorial.com. Happy to hold a place for you. Or if you can't come and still want the information, we can meet you separately. Or you can come join us June 11th here. So if you're a man or a woman, you can join us.
A man or a woman. Or anything in between. Just have some fun with us.
Happy to provide that information to anybody. And it's something that everyone should think about. We know we don't like to think about, tragedy happening or the end of our lives, but it's gonna, I hope it's not news that it's gonna happen to everybody. And you should plan ahead, ideally decades in advance, and it's going to save your family a lot of heartache and burden, both emotional and financial burden.
And if you are a business or a foundation, Dignity also has a business affiliation program.
So we have
I
a
don't know if you're a part of it or not.
funeral
but
benefit program. So it's something you might want to consider. It's free to join, and basically anyone that's a member of that group or an employee. So we have a lot of churches join. We've had Chamber of Commerce, lots of large businesses. Walmart is a member. So any employee, their spouse, and both of their parents, grandparents get dedicated discounts. Even if they haven't prearranged, if someone passes away unexpectedly, they get a discount at any Dignity Memorial locations nationwide. But also we do a lot of promotion with that group, highlighting the benefits of doing pre-arrangements. They're dedicated discounts, and we often do like lunch and learns. Different lawyers' offices, if a lot of lawyers' offices have joined, we'll do lunch and learns. We help them, provide information that way. There's no obligation to purchase anything. It's just there. We just ask that you agree with us how we work with you to get that information out to your members and employees.
and families for the Brooklyn Café. It's all our viewers and listeners for us and for WWNN. You receive a 10% discount through Dignity just by being part of our family.
Yeah.
That's true. And to join is free, right? If they call
Completely
up,
free to join.
Organizations.
Completely free to join. Again, doesn't oblige anyone to purchase anything. Free to join, and even if tragedy happens, someone passes away, a family member of an employee or a member, or sometimes a customer, then those discounts are honored even if death has occurred. But ideally, people would do their pre-arrangements in place and get special discounts for that as well.
That's the right number.
So that's the right number. Contact Wayne, 954-654-9000.
No, it's 561. 561
All right, Vinny,
654
let's try it again.
9000.
561-654-9000.
I don't know who that is, but they
That's
won't.
the number not to call.
That's the number now, 561-654-9000. We're going to put it like across Wayne's shirt. Let's take a commercial break. Let's get that set up. More to come with Dignity Memorial Southeast Florida. Live like Jake. And then in about an hour, we're going over to Manchester. So a lot of stuff coming up. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios that will set the venue for any media application. We offer remote services as a radio or TV production and continue to grow new venues to bring your ideas to life. We also specialize in video and photo content for social media. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting Café to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
AMP Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back. I heard Slick go, "Ooh," and I thought something really happened, but apparently that was Slick just being Slick.
What happened to you?
You got no mic. He was just kind of thinking like one day.
Because Wayne said for the ones that didn't know that are going to be taking that trip, they should be planning their pre-relations, which is good. But it kind of brings me into reality. Like I'm gonna be one of those ones that I'm gonna have a funeral one day.
Everyone's gonna have a funeral one day. Hopefully it's a long, long time away. Make your plans.
I repost a graphic that I saw on Facebook, which said mortality rate over the last 5,000 years, 100%. You know.
Unfortunately, yes. So get your prearrangements. There you go, Wayne. 561-654.
There we go.
9,000.
So give me a call, text me, send me an email.
What time is the event tomorrow?
It starts 11:15 arrival. We're going to start 11:30 sharp. So please join us if you can. If you know somebody who might like Japanese food, wants to come out, have a bit of fun, get the information, please share that information. We still got several seats available, so the capacity has just increased a bit because of the new lowering of restrictions. If you're not fully vaccinated, we ask that you wear a mask until you're eating. But if you're fully vaccinated, then we're following CDC guidelines and we're not requiring social distancing or masks. So hopefully there's a lot of people out there that are vaccinated, ready to come out, have a nice lunch, get some information, and we're just eager to share that information with you. So come out and see us.
Special shout out for the vets. You do a lot of vet work.
Yeah, so we you know, pre-pandemic, we were out all the time doing different lunch seminars of veterans. We've got different topics and things. So we're excited to kind of be out there and do things close to normal moving forward. So just eager to share the information, meet people, provide the information, and help get your family protected.
It's amazing, right? A year goes by, year and a half, I guess, and things are back to normal. And you almost forget what the past year was like until you look back at the past year and you realize you built a pool and kids still needed to learn how to swim and all of these things. Were parents hesitant to come out?
In the beginning, it's hard to tell because we opened in November, which is not when people really think about swim lessons. So those first couple months, it probably was both, you know, just an odd time for lessons. But now all the instructors are all booked and on 6-week, you know, waiting list. But it's training people to not wait until spring or summer, you know. It's going to be open now year round, and drowning knows no season. Jake lost his life November 30th. So, and here we are in May, and 36 children. When you go back and look, I believe it was 8 in January. I mean, the numbers, you know, it's always hot here anyways, but yeah. So
How do you I heard you talking to Wayne, accentuate the positive on this?
Yeah, I was just saying to her, you know, it must be rewarding to think about potentially how many lives she saved just through her efforts. You know, you can't really count that because you don't never know, but it's got to be a lot.
I hope so.
I mean, how many kids have been?
Well, I mean,
trained?
we've had almost 2,700 scholarships,
Wow, yeah.
and you know, not to mention the thousands that did lessons only because of our story
Sure.
or our education.
Sure.
They just weren't scholarships.
Sure,
So,
sure.
And a lot of instructors now that have trained, we've had some of our scholarship families turn around and become instructors.
Wow.
And some people that are instructors that just saw the video of Josie that we've played before here, the one of the little girl in the yellow dress that falls in and flips over. That one has like 500 million views.
And she's how old now?
She's 6.
It's amazing.
I know, and I can't believe that's gone by so fast. But that video alone really helped raise awareness, and people that saw it and became instructors because of it.
Yeah. Wow.
So I do try to focus on that, but it's hard every day when you turn your computer
positive
on.
You've definitely saved many, many lives. So
Thank you.
Bless you for your efforts.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, it's true. I wake up every day and say there's got to be a greater reason for me to go on and do this. And like Wayne said, how many lives you've touched and saved and made a difference. And even siblings' lives. I know you give the scholarships to siblings who have lost. So many great opportunities that they do with Live Like Jake. And if you don't live in Florida, there are how many ISRs around the country?
Oh, probably like 600. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're almost in every state, and they're actually worldwide. So they're in several other countries as well. So if you just go to infantswim.com, put in your zip code, you'll see, you know, the instructors in your area.
Yeah. So if you don't live in Florida, you still got to teach your kids to swim because you never know. the water is everywhere. We just happen to be very aware of it here. But you think about all the East Coast. You've got New York, New Jersey. People go to the shore. I mean, even if you don't have a pool, like you said you didn't, what's going on?
It only takes a few inches of water for a child to drown. So, everyone has drainage ditches that, you get a lot of rain, they fill up, canals. I mean, there's water everywhere. You can't avoid it. And I could have, when we lost Jake, my daughter Julia was 3 months at the time. And I think it was about the next day. I was still in a fog, but I told anyone that would listen, and I said, I don't care what anyone thinks. When she's old enough, she's going in those lessons that I had seen. She's going to learn how to save her own life. And it was at 8 months when she was enrolled, and that's when, a couple weeks into that, it dawned on us, like, we really need to make sure this is available to other families. This really could have saved Jake's life. So it's just, every day's a battle.
How old
but,
would Jake have been now?
He would be 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing what you do for so many people, that you give back. You've taken your grief and you give back to save so many lives, which is amazing. And Wayne, what you do also, you help so many people prepare for things that you wouldn't want to prepare for. And you never want to prepare for a child, but that Dignity sponsored your run, that your run is still going, because everything you do is through fundraising efforts.
Correct. Yes, we just had our big 5K, although it was much smaller this year because of COVID and having to move the location. So we had about 700 sign up between in-person and virtual, which is about half of what we've had in the past, but we still raised a lot of funds so we can continue these lessons. And this year we also approved to train 2 ISR instructors, because it's thousands of dollars to become an instructor. So now our first recipient lost her daughter to a drowning about 3 years ago, and we scholarshiped her son. She drove an hour and 20 minutes every day, each way, to these lessons. And she has now decided to become an ISR instructor, and her training started Monday, and we're paying for most of that training. And so we're hoping to do 2 of those every year and hopefully expand on that, because and that's in West Virginia. It doesn't matter if it's here in Florida. Anywhere we can put an instructor, it's exponential how many lives it will save.
Kind of takes me back to this lady who I spoke with, who works with Feed the Need. And it's not just food. And she happens to be in Virginia. I should connect you. Anything she can do for the community, it's not just feeding the need for food. It's for books. It's for literacy. It's for swim lessons. It's for helping the kids. So I'm going to make that connection. And that's, of course, through Tracy Latome.
18,000.
18 tons of food they gave out last week.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. 18 tons of food down in Coconut Creek.
Wow.
And they want to do it as much as they can. And it's not just for food. They're doing a whole Christmas drive they're starting. So she does a lot in Port St. Lucie, which is probably not too far from you, and Margate and Virginia. So she's reaching as far as she can reach out as well.
That's amazing.
It's always just about making the connections and what we can do. More to come. Just got to keep growing and making connections and educating the public.
And it's a lesson that people have to learn one way or the other. Every time I see Wayne, I say, I hope business is good, but I hope it isn't. But, it is what it is. And it's about the delivery. It's about the message. I know Dignity was there for me when my mom died, and that was probably the worst day of my life, easily. And they stood up. They knew what the circumstances were. There was no power. There was no nothing. And they stood up and they said, let us help however you can. The funniest thing is they had to do the flower arrangements, right? So the hurricane blew in. There's no flowers. What do you do? So a lady had in the back by Dignity, there was this like a patch of flowers and things, and it was covered by the house, and nothing happened to the house. And they brought all her flowers. All of them, and they made arrangements that were just so different. There was not many flowers, right? But everything else they had to make this thing work. And it was, it makes you feel like they were there for you.
Well, I'm proud to work for Dignity. I mean, it's all about helping families at difficult times. And of course, if tragedy strikes, we're there to help however we can to make that as smooth as possible. But a big part of my role and my other colleagues that I work with is just giving that message saying, we can make this easier for your family if you plan ahead. If you do this ahead of time, then it's going to be so much easier for your family, both emotionally and financially. So please consider that. If you don't, it's fine. We'll still help you. But we know it's going to save your family a lot of money and a lot of heartache. If you can bring yourself to think about that, put those things in place ahead of time, then it's going to make it so much easier for your family. And I've seen that personally myself. Not every day, but we get families come in that someone's a near death or has died, and I meet with those families as well, and I'm privileged, or I feel honored to help them. But the message always is, after that tragedy is past, afterwards, say, please consider putting your own pre-arrangements in place. If there's anyone else in your family who needs to consider doing that, please let us give you those options and help you get those things in place. So that's quite an important message, and that's why I'm on the show every week, and it's what we do day in and day out. Like we say, it's going to happen. Hopefully not anytime soon, but we're just eager to help people get those things in place.
And Tracy from Seminole Hard Rock Casino, Coconut Creek, is donating a gift certificate, a gift card for the event on June 11th.
Oh, wow, fantastic.
So she called today. I think it's a $200 gift card to NYY, I think, but she's going to drop that off one day in the next couple weeks.
Nice.
We still have our card, right?
I know.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
So
you were
she's
looking
donating.
at that, were you? Yeah. Don't you dare go, because we have to go as a group. I am so tempted. Zoom.
Give Carrie a call. For more information, you can contact her at Live Like Jake to get involved in Live Like Jake, to give back, to be part of ISR, to get swim lessons, even just to help fundraise or make a donation. Give her a call, find him on the website, and of course, Wayne Henry, Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida, tomorrow and Friday, Benihana's. I haven't been to Benihana's in a million years. West Boca, 11:15 starts promptly at 11:30, and Wayne is very prompt. So 11:15, give him a call though, 561.
Please don't just show up. You gotta let us know ahead of time.
Phone number.
561-654-9000.
There you go. 561-654-9000. He's got an event Thursday. He's got an event on Friday. And for the event here on June 11th, I know it's a couple weeks away, please let us know. It is no charge to you, but we just need to get a head count so you know how much to set up for, how much vodka we need, how many mixers we need, how much food we need. And you'll have Jackie in the ladies' event, and Wayne will be there for the guys.
It should be a lot of fun.
Oh, a lot of fun. Thanks for participating.
Now, let me ask you, how do they notify that they're going to come? How do they?
We put an event on Facebook.
So is that the only way? Facebook?
Or just text Dawn.
Yeah, just text me.
Or call the show.
Or call the show.
Call
or call
me.
the
I mean, I'm
studio.
sitting there with my phone saying, okay, what do I do?
And guys, they can text or call me.
They
I'm
can text.
holding the RSVPs. I've got a
let
few
them
already
call.
for the guys. So
Awesome. 561-654-9000. Just put Wayne on speed dial. A lot of great events. Dignity does an incredible job with events around our community to bring awareness. As Teddy says, have some fun with it, but to have some great food, to get some great conversation, to learn, to meet people. And you know what? It's time to get out and start meeting people. We said that the other day. Networking has changed. Get out, meet some people, have some great food, some drinks, have some fun, and do it always with dignity. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're heading over to the pond with Tony McKenzie. She's got two guests joining us. I think our crew has some segments. Don't know what they've done, some shorts. Dan's sitting there looking terrified. LiveLikeJake.com. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
So you've been hearing all the exciting buzz and chatter about this new game changer in the pickup and delivery and rideshare space. And now you want to know more. Well, forget everything you knew about the tired old delivery and rideshare services that bully restaurants, take advantage of drivers, and confuse consumers into spending way more than they should. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, where we put you first. When you sign up as a driver with Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, we onboard you with your own credit card merchant account. That's right, with Trip, you're in the driver's seat as an owner-operator of your own business, and you'll always earn 100% of the delivery fee, rideshare fee, cancellation fee, wait time, and tip. And therefore, we charge a low monthly fee to use the Trip platform. For only $39.99 per month, you can sign up as a side hustle driver, allowing you up to 75 rides, 75 deliveries, or 75 of both combined per month. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, where drivers earn more, consumers and riders pay less, and restaurants are charged less. Trip Rides, going places, doing good.
For over 30 years, the acute color sense and masterful presentations of this artist have inspired women worldwide. Barbara's style encompasses it all: bold and brazen, subtle and calming, drawing on unconventional techniques and tools, canvas spinning, scraping, and sandpapering. Her hallmark is highly textured surfaces and playful resin-filled abstracts. Barbara graduated magna cum laude from New York University. She studied at Cooper Union and the Boca Museum of Art. To view her artwork, visit her website at barbarasilvergallery.com or contact her by phone at 917-757-0447 or by email at barbarasilvergallery@gmail.com.
Introducing Verijet, a new concept in short-haul aviation designed to get passengers closer to where they want to go. Powered by the award-winning Cirrus Vision Jet. The aviation world is talking about its unique state-of-the-art safety features, including the aircraft parachute system, and safe return that allows it to land itself in an emergency. Cabins are disinfected between passengers, and microparticle filtration treats the air every 30 seconds. All in a beautifully appointed premium cabin with plenty of room and first-class service and amenities. Verijet, the best short-haul alternative.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Quiet, quiet.
Well, we're back.
Is that what Elmer Fudd said?
I don't know him.
Elmer Fudd?
Yeah.
It's like Mr. Magoo.
You know him too?
Sure. Don't you know what?
I
You have
look
no
around
childhood?
this room and I see a lot of characters.
Elmer Fudd, Mr. Magoo, Slick's hanging out with Amy. We got RK in the house. You got a lot of people while we're waiting for Manchester. You had some things you had them working on.
How come we didn't play these segments?
Well, here they are now. What segments you want?
The snips.
We'll perform them live for you.
Even better.
Well, no, that's not the exercise.
What
Can
was
you go
the
find out
exercise?
why they didn't play?
Did you guys do them?
Does he have them?
All right, let's see what you guys got cooking. He's downloading
what?
that? He's going to download it right now. I don't know what assignment you gave them to do.
We'll take it at the commercial break.
We'll see what assignment did you give them?
You'll see. If it ever happens,
Riley
otherwise...
wants to do it live, apparently. I want to know what Dan talked about on his show, though.
I don't know. I got to be gone before we hear that, right?
Well, no, what did you do? How was your show? It went live, by the way, I'm assuming. Slick sent it out live.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really? Welcome to Amp Media Productions, where everything is live.
I mean,
Since I was doing this before, I'm going to tell you that his show is very biased.
You gonna grab a mic?
Yeah.
Thanks.
His show was very biased. He's mostly was talking about the relations with Boston and South Floridians, and I was just telling him he has to change teams, change concepts, and change the way that he looks at the world.
Oh,
But
really?
he just didn't want to.
How'd that go?
It went. It's called Dan's Rants, right? Dan's
I got to tell you, Freddie, I feel like Dan lives here. He's got papers. He's got his drink over there. He's got a little suitcase on the
Yeah.
floor. It's like he's got his weekend bag here
Dan
every morning when he comes
BYOB.
in.
Dan
Mosquito.
BYOB.
And his bag is big enough to be a mattress, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's like your weekend bag. We've had people do that before, too. So don't worry. That's happened before.
Sometimes, yeah. It happens to me.
So you guys had 3 new shows today.
Yeah, back to back.
How were they, Slick?
They were nice. I mean, besides the arcade, I didn't sit it for arcades, but everyone else from, what is it, no pun intended, to the new Dan's Rants. It was good.
Format?
Wait, what segments did you do that were new?
What was it? No. He just started his new show just like you did yesterday.
Oh,
called
what's his show
Dan-
about? What's your show about, Dan?
Tell him a little bit
Dan,
about your
you gotta
show,
press the green
Dan.
button.
The man.
It's round. There you go.
Yeah, my new show is going to be about, a little bit of differences between the Northeast and the Southeast.
Hater.
A little bit about sports when I get all my channels back so I can stream the Bruins, the Red Sox, the Celtics, and the Patriots, even though
Hater.
Florida weaseled Tom Brady down south, but
He just knows it's better down here.
Thank you.
Okay, for example, so when he celebrated the Super Bowl, with the Patriots, he was chilling, with his family, had like cute family time. But when he was in Florida,
He was drunk
he was
on a boat.
plastered, freaking throwing trophies. He just knows how to get down, and that's why he came to Florida for a good time. He's like, I'm freaking tired of all this like
How
fun
much more
family
money
stuff.
did he
he
make
just
coming
retired.
here?
He
Way
just
too much.
retired. That's why he's down here.
How much money did Tom Brady make coming here versus
An
being up
obscene
north?
amount.
Oh, he made a lot of money, but he's the
I could be his
greatest.
dog.
He's
He's
the
the GOAT.
greatest quarterback in the history of the game. So what's the problem?
No problem.
He
I
just
just
bought
wanted
a
he didn't come here to
$23 million
retire.
boat.
He came here to work. Is he still
He came here to prove a point.
next season? Where is he? Is he still with
I
Tampa?
mean, I would go debt, but
He's 41.
that's crazy that he's still
That's like
playing.
Grandpa playing hockey.
Yeah, but if he's still the best at it, why is he gonna quit if he's still like physically able
He's
to?
not. I think he's still
But that's
going.
why
right?
he's not going to quit.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
won't.
he came down here. He came down here. Number one, he knows his body. Up in New England, it gets minus 3 degrees. He didn't want to
Gross.
play in that. So if they weren't going to pay him, and I think he deserved it. I had the conversation with Lawrence Taylor. You guys know who Lawrence Taylor is?
Running
the
back?
greatest
LT.
linebacker.
Running back?
Yeah. No, linebacker for the Giants. He changed the game running back.
I'm sorry.
Lawrence said the same thing to Bill Parcells. He told him, you have to pay me because I'm the best. And Parcells says, yeah, but we got to pay the rest of them. He says, that's on you. You got to pay me. I'm the best. I don't know what they're worth. And that's what Brady did. And he told Belichick, I got to go.
Things to do, gotta go.
What's the first game of the season this year? Did you see, did the Jets play Carolina?
Oh my gosh.
And they just traded their quarterback to Carolina. Lots of mixed emotions.
I don't know, I gotta tell you, all I see are things opening up. People going to conferences, Vegas is back open, everyone's back to doing
I've heard it's
things.
really dangerous though in Vegas right now because of the gangs or something, but I've heard it's like pretty dangerous.
Are the Marlins open?
I think so. I think everything's open now.
Yeah.
Full capacity? No.
Not full, but I think it's like 50 maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's
Baseball's
fact
pretty
check
spread
that.
out.
Mosquito, let's fact check.
Excuse me?
Marlins
Who the heck
Stadium,
is
is it open? I think
Mosquito?
the stadiums, why would they not be open to capacity?
I don't think so. I thought it was like 40-50%.
You still think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because they still have some people spaced out on Heat games.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you got the NBA Finals coming now, so you got the playoffs. And there were people in the stands.
Yeah.
Do you guys prefer college basketball or NBA?
There's
Well,
nothing like
college.
March Madness.
Yeah, college.
But the NBA is still the king.
Fenway Park goes to full capacity on May
On playoffs.
29th.
Woo.
Still
Well,
saying
that ain't
Marlins are
Fenway.
at
That's
25.
in Boston.
I'm just telling you.
See Miami.
Policies for all 30 teams.
Wow, they're going to open it up.
I think
Yes,
that they'll have
yep.
the option to, but they won't. Or a lot of places won't.
No, they're talking about it here. You see it?
Marlins. All right, this is a quick details. I want the full thing. Okay, Marlins, let's see. I have to all in alphabetical order, which is
As of
JK.
yesterday, I see the Angels having the highest capacity at 33 right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bags are not permitted, but exceptions will be made for small clutches, outside food, concessions.
Oh, wait, never mind. The Rangers are at 100%.
Number of fans, capacity
New York?
percentage, only 25% at Marlins Park.
Rangers are 100%, but they started
Texas.
at 100.
That's Texas.
Well, Texas is.
Texas Rangers.
Texas
They
is
opened up a
Texas.
capacity right off the jump.
Minnesota, nope. New York Mets,
26,000.
20.
20,000.
The Rangers
Only
are at
20%.
Rangers
the Yankees
are
are
done.
at 22.
Who?
The Yankees are at 20 as well.
Yeah.
Mets 20%.
20%. Interesting, right? A lot of them are only at 20%.
What are you laughing at?
Why is he laughing at you?
Because he's laughing at the Mets.
So is Vinny's, all I can tell you. We're heading over to Manchester. Say hello to our good friend Tracy McDonough of Healing Moments. I'm going to see if I can get over to Tracy and get a massage
Yeah.
this weekend.
She's at the stadium?
No, she's watching our show, though.
Oh.
Healing Moments.
The lady with the magical fingers.
You know, I've got her essential oils in our diffuser. So doesn't everything
We
feel...
talked about that.
Do you feel it today?
No, we talked about that. Don't leave that overnight again.
No, I won't, but can you smell it, feel? I walked in, I said, I smell fish. So
No, I didn't smell. Yeah, well, yeah, it worked.
it changes the energy around here, doesn't it? You saw me, I came in, I cleaned up. You got that corner looking better for me over there, so I thank you for that. A little
Well,
bit.
if the curtains...
They're coming tomorrow. And I'm actually going to ask Amy if we can rehang. I want to hang that side of the wall.
Well, how are you going to do that? She has a show.
Well, not today. I wanted to do it today, but I can't because she has a show coming up. But those four in the corner, I wanted to bring the entanglement down and put it on the bottom there, Slick, so it covers a nice big area to bring some color over there to the warehouse. And then maybe we can put the flowers up top next to the lady. I don't know. We'll see what we can arrange. But I was thinking about it.
The hell's an entanglement?
So I had a dream about you and Slick last night.
Me and Slick.
Not an entanglement.
Wow. Oh my God, did they buy a pair of panties? Is that what happened?
No, they
we
actually
probably
told me I
did.
talked.
Oh, we're back to that
We
again.
probably did.
The entanglement was actually you told me, Slick told you that I talk too fast. Could I please slow down and how fast I talk?
That wasn't
a dream, that was fact.
Yeah.
You said to me, Slick said, you talk too fast. Could you not talk as fast? So I've been thinking about that all day and realizing I'm still talking quite fast.
Quite fast.
Yeah, it's exactly that too.
Don't ever have a nightmare with me and Slick.
The entanglement. I guess the proper thing is you got to put a comma or a pause in between the entanglement. I had a dream about you and Slick.
Wow.
Y'all got into
One
an
thought should
entanglement
not follow
recently?
the others. All I can tell you. What are
Did
you
I?
doing over there? I got to have a little talk with my friend Amy.
Where is Amy?
Laura's Amy. Let's talk art with. I think she's holding
on-
court in the other room. She's
She's
on the phone.
She's
That's
on
right.
getting
I
everything
can't even see
together.
who's on the other side of these
It's
lights.
not Amy.
Not Amy.
There she is.
How you doing, Miss Amy?
Hello.
How
What
are
do you got
Amy?
going on for today's show?
I have a gentleman from New York City, Guy Stanley Filocci, and he is going to be talking about giving, and the whole story is really cool. I was watching Entertainment Tonight, and
Video
I
camera
saw
three.
this show, and it just triggered my mind to say I really would like to have him. Oh, here I am, somewhere. No, I'm not on the screen yet.
They'll put you on.
All right. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I there we are. So I wrote to his PR company firm, and they acknowledged the fact that he would love to be on the show. So I have been working on that for a few days now, and he also is going to introduce a partner of his on the show also. So we have a real full show, a little bit longer than usual, but I think it's going to be great.
I guess I have to ask you. So you saw this guy, and he's on Entertainment Tonight, and you thought, heck, I'm just going to email him.
I love the story. Yeah.
And they answered you.
They did. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know, and we're getting major hits before even the show right now.
What gave you the courage to do that?
Who knows? I did have I had John Douglas on from Aerosmith. He was the drummer, and he's an amazing painter. And I've had Alison Lefcourt. I've had a bunch of people on my show that have sort of given me that lift to know that, we're all artists and we all have something in common. So why not just talk about it? And I feel more comfortable when I am talking to an artist because we're on the same page, sort of. And I can understand some of the things they're going through, and, so it's been working.
So you're going to talk about giving.
Giving, yes.
Through his art or what he does for foundations?
Okay, so during COVID, he's a pretty established artist now, and he's connected to a really good gallery, and he sells a lot of art. And he felt that it was time for him to give back by all these artists that he knew, if he loves the work, he goes to the artist and say, and I would love to buy your piece. And most of these guys have never sold anything. So oh my God, it's amazing. And now what he's doing with his partners, he's taking the art and going on the road with it. So I had asked him, why, what about the art you're buying? He says, look, if I really love a piece, that's all that matters. It's what I like. So, and I'd be happy to help them sell it. And it's a beautiful story. He spent almost $100,000 doing that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Giving
of his
back.
own money. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it's a cool show, and we'll see what else we'll come up with when we talk, but I'm excited about it.
It's going to be great. Look how far she's come in 4
I know.
years,
And she
right?
says, I don't know how that happened.
Right? And she sees stories and she emails them and people answer. That's amazing.
That's what it takes, I guess.
Courage to do it.
Courage to do, and she's been good at this thing since Jump Street, right?
Not really, come on. I've learned a lot. I've got more confidence. I used to shake a lot.
Now she comes in prepared not to shake.
Yes, and Slick always says, you've got this. And I think about it all the time. I was getting dressed today and stressing over this, and I was going, you got this.
Slick, you're the little voice in her head now. And I dream about you, so that's kind of crazy all in all. You got this. He comes in yesterday without his glasses on, and he didn't realize he didn't have his glasses until he went to adjust him on his nose. Slick, you got this. But Slick, you got this. You just shake your head.
Mercedes of Pompano, and I didn't have any glasses on. So it was by the grace of God. Oh my God! That we made here.
You know who this person was?
He was-
I almost had a heart attack. I was in this position the whole ride.
But you got this. You do. You got this.
The worst part was just people commenting that you had no glasses the whole day, I would think, really.
Yeah.
It's worse than being blind.
Most definitely.
Trust you me.
It was a blur.
You don't want to be in a car with a guy and I-95, a blind guy.
I tell you, it's interesting now with everything that's changed that you can interview anyone anywhere in the world.
Oh yeah.
Right from here.
I had one show and it was from Australia, Melbourne. I love that. Yeah. Just listening to the accent was enough for me.
But it's remarkable. I was talking to someone who says, I still like to do interviews in person. I said, all right, if you want to come to Florida, then we can do it in person. But we can really do this anywhere in the world.
That's right.
And it's just a remarkable technology that
Who's flying from where?
you'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah. He says he wants to do it in person. I said, well, we're in Boca. He says, well, my mom has a home in Delray. I'm like, all right, if you want to do it in person,
come on in.
Would you guys
Come on
ever
in.
go like worldwide? Like, would you go around the world and interview people? Would you just stay, or would you rather stay here? Like, if you were given the opportunity, would you go around the world and interview people?
Sure.
I would.
Would you?
I would.
Yeah.
I think we all would.
I just don't enjoy traveling because I get really sick when I go on planes. Like, I feel like I'm gonna die, so I struggle to travel. But maybe I'll get better at
Just take ship everywhere. It'll take a really long time, but.
Take
Ew,
a
I don't
train.
want a ship. That's trains are for.
worse?
I don't want a train.
Trains are fun.
Trains are boring.
Oh no, it's all better. Why don't you get on a plane so when you come down, we try to take all the bags out.
Verijet.
Class. That's what I want. Oh,
Verijet. Rent your own jet. Take you where you got to go.
That's right.
That's the way to go.
I wish.
When start a company called that?
Rent a
Sure,
jet.
there is one.
Rentajet.com. You're probably right. Yeah.
They actually, there's a lot of jets that were not able to be used appropriately for business for the past year that you can do that right out of here, out of the Boca Airport.
Yep.
Where you can rent them because corporations haven't been using them. So
Well, they're getting back in the swing of things now. I think a lot of the offices are opening. I know my husband's office is going back June 1st.
I think a lot of places are going back June 1st.
There was,
Try and get a reservation somewhere if you're traveling.
There was a company this morning that I saw that said that if you want to come back to work, you have to have the shot. I thought that was illegal.
Well, it's the office policy. So there is one person in my husband's office that will not get the shot, and they won't let her in. I mean, just it's not right. I mean, for the office sake.
It's interesting, right?
That
But I
is
guess if it's a private office,
Right.
you can
private.
choose.
It's a private company. They can do what they want, right?
Just no federal buildings and no public buildings.
Right. Like Publix, when I went today, you did not have to have a mask on.
Really? I would think in a food place you should.
If you've been
Right now.
vaccinated, they say you do not have to.
If you've been.
Yeah, well,
That
I wish
means if
they'd
you-
ask you if you're vaccinated and
They
show
don't-
your
they
proof.
didn't ask.
I
Isn't
read
that
about that.
illegal
It's
or
like really
something?
tricky. They said it's like discrimination if you ask or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but then they need to wear a mask.
Right. I agree.
Did you see Jeff Greenberg put something on his post? He said the CDC says you don't have to wear socks anymore with sandals. That was really funny. Because
great.
it's true. It's like so crazy. Like one person pushes that button and says, no more masks.
Yeah, but if I walk into Publix and I have my mask on, you can think what you
You
want.
can do whatever you want to do, but it's funny. It just takes that red button. Someone pushes that button. You either do or you don't. And how many people does it lives change?
True that.
Jay was looking at your painting yesterday.
Uh-oh.
We all made her.
We all matter.
We all made her.
That doesn't say matter.
Well, it's a conversation piece, isn't it?
That's what we told
So you
Jay.
did it on purpose, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we said
There's things in my paintings are there, you know.
There's all sorts of messages.
With Amy's paintings?
Yeah.
With Amy, there's always a message.
Always.
So tune in today at 2:30 for Let's Talk Art with Amy Reshevsky. We're going to take a commercial break. I don't know if those shorts are in, but when we come back, we're heading over to Manchester with Tony McKenzie, and she has 2 guests joining us today. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah, so it's Thursday and Friday. It's arrival 11:15. So we're gonna have a bit of a talk, and then we're gonna have a bit of fun. Benihana, have some nice food. We've got a private room in the back, so it's we're gonna have some bit of privacy there. So we've got a few places left. So we're eager to fill them. Have a full house where we can. Masks are going to be optional, so we're following the CDC guidelines, but as you know, those have been lifted really for people that are vaccinated. So if you're not vaccinated, we do encourage you to wear a mask when you come,
Mhm.
except when you're eating. But if you're vaccinated, then we're good to go. So
Yeah. Do as you feel safe.
yeah, and if you're still a bit nervous about stuff, we completely understand. We're not out of the woods yet. So we are going to be broadcasting live online. So if you're still want the information, please let us know, and we'll make sure that you have the link to join us online, or we can meet separately.
So a smile is so powerful, and it does so many things, okay? A smile sets a tone. And do you know what kind of tone it sets? It sets a tone of warmth. And we need more warmth in our lives, in our businesses, in our relationships, in our world, don't we? So start with a smile. A smile also conveys hope and peace and kindness. Don't we need more of that? That can start with us. That starts with you.
The Spa Facial by Maria has amazing facials, body treatments, and sugar body waxing for any special occasion. All our spa treatments have organic and natural ingredients concentrated just for your skin. We guarantee all natural products help you with that extra feeling of zen. The Spa Facial offers organic facials, foot detox, aromatherapy, manscaping, and face and body waxing. Call the Spa Facial for your spa appointment with Maria at 954-213-5034 or visit her website at thespafacial.info.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting Café to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
But I'm fun to you too.
And we're back, and I have Mo, Larry, and Curly over there in the corner. We do drones. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
I was gonna drop it in, but I'm very dangerous with the remotes.
1-800. Look, he's very light on his feet today.
We do drones because we are in the drone business now.
1-800, we do drones. Give us a call.
We do
866-224-5422.
We do.
Ramp it up with Amp It Up. Amplify your business through Comcast or WWNN. That is our email, our weekly email that's going to be going out this week.
Is that why it's called the weekly email?
Correct.
I wanted to do that one time every 4 months.
Well, good. It's been a year. We're getting it back out, though, this week.
I know, but then you did it every week.
No, once a month. It took a month to do it, but we haven't done it since June. It's time to amp it up.
But there's a whole bunch of people in here who can contribute.
Absolutely.
Present, future, and past.
So we're going to be working on that. Of course, it's Wednesday, so we're heading over the pond to Miss Tony McKenzie from Manchester, England. So let's bring Tony over, see who she's got with us.
Hello.
Hi, Tony. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Dawn. How are you?
I am great. I love your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm wearing this especially. Happiness is an inside job. It's the T-shirt that was made for me by our two guests. Well, they had it made. The organic cotton T-shirts with positive slogans. Now, we've been having a couple of little hitches connecting, and as far as I know, Coral is still in, but Lorraine was having a problem. Oh, she's in.
All right.
Yeah. We were having internet problems over in Spain because apparently it's very windy as well.
Oh.
So, but it seems as though everything's okay now, and we're all here.
All right. So tell us about your guests. These two ladies have started this company about organic clothing line.
That's right, called Positively Organics. And once again, I met these two ladies through Sue France's networking group with Ali Meehan, who was on last week, the Costa Women, and Sue's group.
Hold on, before we go there, what does your shirt say?
Happiness is an
It
inside
says,
job.
happiness is an inside job.
And what is the meaning behind the happiness is an inside job?
Why don't you ask our happiness correspondent what that means?
What does that mean? I thought I missed
Well, it means that happiness is created by the thoughts that you think. They lead to the feelings that you feel. And so many people are looking outside of themselves to find things to make them happy, whether it's meeting the right partner, losing some weight, going on a holiday, buying a new handbag. All those things can be great and enjoyable, but they don't actually make you truly happy. So if you read my book, Freddie, it explains it in more detail than that.
Who has her book?
I do.
That's the problem.
No, I have it in the back. I'll loan it to you.
I don't know where she puts anything.
Our happiness correspondent. First, love yourself. It's what you and I have talked about all day today.
And there's nothing better than this lady wearing a red with happiness across it.
Happiness is an inside job. It has to come from within because you're right. The next trip, the next vacation, the next boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, isn't going to make you happy if you don't make yourself happy.
Right. Yeah, for so many people, when this happens, when I find the right partner, when I get married, when I get divorced, when I have a baby, when the kids grow up and leave home, it's always looking ahead, looking for something else that's going to actually make me happy, but it can temporarily make me feel happy, but it's not necessarily lasting happiness, and it can be lost, or it can be taken away from you if you're depending on someone to make you happy. So when you create it from the inside, it can't be taken away. It's yours.
And next thing you know, life's passed you by, and you're still waiting for that next thing that's going to make you happy.
Exactly. So you have to change your mindset and read my book.
Read her book. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's bring over your two guests of Positively Organic.
We have Lorraine Williamson, who is bottom right of the screen, as you did it, and Coral Gonzalez Taylor. So, hi, ladies.
Hi. Oh, look, you hear them both.
So where are all of you ladies located?
I'm located in Marbella in southern Spain.
You're in Spain. And Carl, where are you?
I'm close by. I'm about 40 minutes away from you.
Wow. So we've got Spain, we've got England, we've got the U.S. all on one call. That's the amazing thing about this technology.
Look at the backdrop with the mountains.
It is so beautiful outside.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tell us about Positively Organics. Tony, your shirt is lovely.
It is, isn't it?
Thank you. Okay, well, mine, you probably can't see it the same. But mine says, learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow.
Amen to
So
that.
Good one.
that one is,
What's yours,
yeah,
Coral?
Create the highest, greatest version possible of your life because you become what you believe.
That is true
Wow,
too.
that's powerful. Yes.
Are all of these on your website?
Yes.
Most of them are, yes. Some of them are actually created specifically for people, like the one for Tony. That was her own special statement. So that is specific to her.
How did you get involved with a clothing line, an organic clothing line?
Well, both Carl and myself have always been interested in everything natural and organic. So what had happened just prior to the lockdown, I was feeling a little bit low, and I wasn't looking after myself, and we went on holiday. My boyfriend and I went on holiday. He insisted that I spent some money on myself, and in particular clothes, because I had put on some weight, and I just didn't want to buy clothes because I knew it wasn't what I really wanted to buy. So anyway, we went shopping, and I came home crying. So because I just couldn't. And the next day, we decided the last day to go out and we would shop and buy something. So basically, what I bought was a whole load of T-shirts with positive affirmations on them. And when I came back, just at the start of last year, just before the pandemic, at Costa Women, we all decide that we have a word that represents how we're going to think, how we're going to feel, how we're going to act for that whole year. So I had already decided that my word was me, because I knew I had to look after myself and do things that were for me and not just say yes, yes, yes to everyone else's demands. So I bought the T-shirts, and when I came home, I would phone Coral the night before, and I would say, "Guess what I'm going to wear tomorrow?" And then I would say
Can you
whatever the
lower
T-shirt
the
was, like
tune out?
"Good vibes only" or "Positivity" or whatever it was. And it actually made me have a better night's sleep because I was happy knowing what I was about to put on the next day. When I woke up the next day, I woke up in a good mood. Not only that, when I put the T-shirt on, my statement that I chose was next to my heart and soul on day. So it was more than just getting up and saying an affirmation. It was carrying it around with me all day, next,
The
as
difference,
close as it could be to me.
yeah, the difference in Lorraine was amazing. You know, seeing her gradually change her state of mind. Every day got better and better. Yeah.
So just
And
knowing.
I'm a very positive person normally, but also because Colin and I were so interested and involved in natural and organic things, the obvious thing for us to do was to have them organic T-shirts, obviously natural T-shirts. And I like being creative, so we between us searched for a lot of statements that we liked, and we created some designs based on those statements. But what's happened since then is we've had a number of people come to us that have their own brand or their own statements that they use that they believe in or that make them feel positive or inspired or whatever. And we can make the brand. I think, Coro, you can talk about the ones we did for the yoga with the wolf.
Yeah, my friend created her own brand, Clara Luna. She's very much into the phases of the moon, and she has a woman's purple, and she has one done with a woman and a wolf and howling at the moon at the same time. And the statement is, let's have bring your she devil out as she wolf out, and that's how I've been doing together.
What do you find that the positive affirmations do for people? Do you feel like they're really believing it? They're really walking into who they are and who this represents?
Yeah, because especially we have different ranges as well. We've got cool chicks, which is just normal t-shirts, normal people. You wear it with jeans and trainers or jeans and heels, and it's just everyday statements like the three of us have on at the moment. But one of the other ones we have is a no sweat range, which is for two things. One, it's for menopausal women because the fabric
Okay.
helps you breathe, so therefore less hot sweats. But it's also a gym range as well. So we have a lady who I think she ordered about four, didn't she, Coral? And they were statements to inspire her every day to go to the gym.
To go to the gym.
Yeah.
And you see it makes a difference in people's mindset. And Tony, this is so much of what you do on mindset, right? Whatever it takes to inspire that mindset, whether it's wearing a pink cake dress or positive affirmation on your shirt. It's funny, we talked about this today. Do you like who you are when you walk around? Do you get dressed the way you want to be seen and feel happy on what you're wearing, or do you just get dressed because you got to go to the grocery store and go to the gym and you're sort of putting on these sweats and it's like, it doesn't matter, no one's going to see me anyway? What is your attitude of when you get up and going? Tony, you see this making a difference for people?
Yeah, definitely. I think, as Lorraine said, I mean, it's great for us to tell yourself positive affirmations or to read them, but when you're actually wearing them as well, there's that reminder throughout the day, and they're there, as Lorraine said, right next to your heart. So it makes it, it kind of gives it that added benefit.
I love
And it's
Tony's because the color is great. It pops.
It's
You totally
vibrant,
see what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Again,
It
it's
makes you
really
smile.
cool color.
It's great.
Yeah. And my book is red. My book cover is red and blue, but I chose the red, so it was to kind of
What's
match
your
in with my
website?
brand.
Lorraine, and what's your website? Carol.
Positivelyorganics.com.
Is there a minimum, or you can order as many as you want?
You can order one, or you can order 10.
And
Or
it's all
you can
made.
also, as I say, we have the ones on site that you can order, like off the peg, if you like. Or we can do special ones for you. So if you have a special gift that you want to give someone, or you have something that you want for yourself, then basically you give me the statement. I come up with a number of design ideas using the statement, and then you choose one, you choose your color, you choose your style, and obviously you pay a bit more for that.
All right. It
And
sounds.
you do face masks as well, don't you, ladies?
We do actually, and I have an old one here. No, it's not. We do. Well, you can see it properly. What
What's
that
that one
says on
say?
it, it says, which is a good question, because if you can read this, you're too close.
That's hilarious. I love this one too. Kindness never goes out of style. I'm just looking at your website now. I believe in myself.
Yeah, I like
These are
that one.
great. We all need a little hope. Once you choose hope, anything's possible. These are incredible.
They are, and also the t-shirts themselves are lovely. Fabric feels lovely against your skin. It's really soft.
Yeah.
These are amazing. And you'll ship anywhere.
Organic
Yeah.
is always more.
We have at the moment. Yeah.
That connection.
Yeah, we will ship anywhere at the moment. Because of Brexit, we've had a little bit of a hold on things. So there's a few things to be finished on the website, because we need to either possibly see how things settle down with supplies coming from the UK, or we have to find an alternative supplier, either from the US or from Europe. The the masks that we have, they come from, is it from Florida, Caro? Do you remember?
It's the US, I can't remember.
From Florida.
Yeah.
But these are
on your doorstep.
because of
But
you,
yeah,
I
so
laugh a little harder, cry a little less, and smile a lot more. I love your sayings on all of these.
Yeah, that's from our Hot Mamas range. So that's either for pregnant women or for women who've just had a baby.
These are incredible. Oh, and you even have baby clothing. Eat, sleep, poop,
We
love,
just
repeat.
have a little baby clothing. But again, the Hot Mamas one is the message is on the bump. So again,
These are
it's talking to the
fantastic.
baby.
Right. Oh, lovely.
These are amazing. So check it out, everyone. PositivelyOrganics.com. You'll even do a message for if somebody wants a certain message. You'll do that as well.
Yes.
Awesome. What's it
Absolutely.
like over in Spain with COVID? Are you wearing masks? Are people not wearing masks anymore?
I'll let you speak, Coro.
I think my internet is a bit rubbish today, but I'd say mostly wearing masks. There's a few people not, but mostly wearing masks, yeah.
And how about in England, Tony?
It's still...
Yeah, we still we have to. When we go indoors, we don't have to wear them as soon as you get out the front door. But if you're going into a shop or a restaurant or a bar, you have to wear them.
Yeah.
For the time being.
In Spain, we have to wear them. We should wear them when we go out the front throughout. But they have now said if can guarantee social distancing, like if you're on the mountain or on a quiet road or on the beach or in the sea, then obviously you don't have to wear them. But if you're walking and there are people nearby, or if you're going into a bar or a restaurant, then you have to be eating or drinking.
Kind of like we had, but now things are loosening up here a lot.
Little by little. Yeah, but it's funny because I remember they closed them down a number of times, right?
Yep, England for sure. I don't know about Spain, but England, yeah.
Spain, because we had the intern from Madrid.
Ah, right.
And they shut it down a couple of times, but hopefully all that is clearing up little by little.
So awesome, ladies. I'm glad everyone is safe. I love the inspiration. Tony, as always, fantastic job. And yes, happiness and hope is definitely an inside job. First, love yourself. Tony, how do people get your book?
Right. Amazon.com, or apparently it's quicker from Barnes & Noble, so you could try either in the USA.
Nice.
If anybody's watching UK or Europe, then Amazon.co.uk.
Your flight to happiness.
That's it, your flight to happiness.
Awesome.
Tony, I'm going to read the book. As soon as we're done, I'm going to go get it.
Great. Okay, Freddie.
I didn't realize.
It's in my makeup room.
Oh, I know where it is.
It's in my green room.
Okay, I know where it is.
It's in my green room. Have a great day, great evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. See you next week. Oh, actually, I won't see you next week. I'll see you the week after.
Okay. Spreading positive messages. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Tony.
Okay, bye now.
Bye-bye. Happiness is an inside job. We all matter. Find hope. It's what we talk about all the time.
You like Tony's red blouse?
I
with
do.
Happiness written across her chest. There's nothing better than a woman red blouse with
Yeah, I was
letters across
hoping you
their
weren't
chest.
going to go there.
And
but
I almost
apparently,
did. I almost did it, and you looked at me. You gave me that vibe. If you do, I'm gonna smack you.
You did it anyway.
No, I said it written. I didn't say it across her chest.
And he does
But she kept.
anyway.
But she kept saying, yes.
Well, you know, Tony McKenzie, she's a beautiful lady.
Yes.
And she can help you. She is located in Manchester, hypnotherapist. First Love Yourself. Her book is inspiring, Your Flight to Happiness. And yes, it's definitely an inside job.
It is. Amazon, huh?
The opinions here are not those independent of the host and its staff of the Brooklyn Cafe and Amp Media Production. I need my own disclaimer here, I think. I don't know.
She told me to do it.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Positively Organics. I love some of the sayings. Slick apparently had a coffee date which is why he left.
This gets thicker.
Dan, you know where he's going?
Yes, he does.
Apparently he does. I gotta tell you, I hope where it's Slick went for coffee. It's with
No, I want to know who he's going with.
Yeah.
So, I want you to tell us.
Mosquito.
Mosquito.
The drone.
Let's take the drone to where the Slickster is. And let's film at 5.
We got a text. Sorry, guys. I have to go meet someone for coffee. Gotta go.
I know who the someone is.
You do?
It's the girl that he did the ad for.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
But I want to know where they are. So we can go in with news cams. Can you imagine we surround them with 3 phones and we put it on the air?
And all Dan does is laugh. Don't ever rob a bank with Dan is all I can tell
Guilty.
you.
It's always the quiet ones.
I like the mask.
So where did he go?
Where did he go?
Sequela.
I'm not supposed to answer that.
I don't know where he went. I just made that up.
But this could be vital because if something happens to him, how do we find him?
Well, he's a grown man.
Shush.
27-year-old
Not in this
grown
context.
man.
Not right now.
If something happens to him, I'm gonna have to just step up.
But you know where he's at then, right?
I'm just picturing like Slick pulling out of the parking lot and then like a drone coming up from our roof, like following him.
Mosquito.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's funny that we got a text. I'm sure they're all laughing. But
You got a text.
You're on there too.
Oh.
But only Dan knows where he is. We're going to find out tomorrow where he went. But as we're rolling out of this pandemic, you got to love yourself.
Do that again.
I got to get up and stretch. I feel like, man, I've been sitting here for 2 hours. I need to get up for a little bit. Bianca did a lovely job with the flowers. It's all about getting up and getting going. You'll find our MailChimp, our Café press will be going out this week, talking about how we can help amplify the impact of your business in affiliation with Comcast and the only talk radio network in Boca Raton with WWNN. So we can have your message heard across the airways on real radio, on cable, on TV. You just let us know and we will help create that and share it out. A lot of packaging going on. Yes, all these things I did before I went to Publix.
Did you see the thing on PBS about how recyclable plastic is not all recyclable?
No.
Did you guys see that? You ever notice that there's the...
I've heard there's different numbers on the recycling.
Yes, on that little
Grade
thing.
plastic.
And every number has a code. And I think it's the number 4 that is not recyclable.
It's interesting.
And it's become a problem. You know, we used to send a lot of plastics to China, and they don't take it anymore.
And also when you get the plastic for your Coke cans and your soda cans, you're supposed to cut all the necks.
That kills the turtles because
wildlife.
they throw them in the ocean.
The turtles, the ducks,
But why are we
strangles
throwing it
them.
in the ocean?
Why do we do what we do as human beings? We don't always do the right things.
I never knew that the dump site was in the ocean.
It's amazing the cleanups and the lack of cleanups that happened during COVID. If you just saw some of the stuff that's out there, it's just heart-wrenching.
Do you wonder where all the needles and masks go?
That's a good point. Yeah.
They're
Where are
supposed to
all
be
those-
going into biohazard.
But, well, that's just
The
cement.
needles, anyway.
They put it in cement, but
Oh,
what
that
do
I
they,
don't
and
know.
then they bury it.
Is that true? I don't know where biohazard goes. It's a good question. You guys should do a segment on that. Where do your biohazards go?
We should put it in one of them shuttle ships that go up to space because they come back, right? And they shoot it out into space towards the sun.
It'll burn up too on re-entry.
Google says every day around 8 million pieces of plastic make their way into our oceans.
Wow.
Every day, 8 million pieces. It says there is now 5.25 trillion macro and micro pieces of plastic in our ocean.
Wow.
We'll be able to walk to England pretty soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
There'll be no
Just
ocean.
build a land bridge of Sprite bottles or something.
That's just crazy.
Why are they throwing plastics in the ocean?
Why? Again, why?
Because they cannot be recycled. We have to send it into orbit. And then we pollute space. Isn't that something?
No, we don't want to do that either.
How do we get rid of
Yeah,
space?
they did that in Wall-E. It didn't work out very well.
How do we get rid of space debris so that it will be taken into the sun's orbit?
Yeah, I've heard about that. We should shoot it into the sun, but it does sound very like sci-fi to me. It's a good idea, but like, would they ever do that? I don't know.
They should, because we're running out of breathable air and suckable water.
Recycle and reuse, everyone. Have a great Wednesday. Again, this opinion is by him and not that of the affiliation or Amp Media Productions or WNN or Comcast. These are strictly Freddie's.
She paid me to say that.
Have a great day, everyone. Tune in today to Let's Talk Art with Amy Reshevsky at 2:30. We will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly.